The NWO, which is basically white men obsessed with white women having kids that are interracial, is one of the most popular things like currently happening. And I did not learn about this of my own volition, by the way. I've had multiple people tell me about this, that white men are really turned on by the thought of like white men going extinct down the line. And this all comes down to feeling like they're losing to black men in some way. And I think that's also why specifically BBC corn is some of the most popular on the internet right now, specifically among conservative men, because a lot of them are cucks and they like to watch their white wives or girlfriends with black men. When you think about the comments that I've been getting.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we like to say Call Alayim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us the truth. Double honors to them. You know, shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect Akim that may be out there listening. You know, shalom and salutations to y'all. You know, present your bodies as a living sacrifice, as the scripture teaches us to do. Shalom to the very few, and I do mean very few sisters that do listen up as well. And the brother Yarmaya from the Great Millstone Chicago camp.
I'm the brother Yedaya.
All right. And as you can see, you know, here's the white woman blasting the so-called white man, putting them on blast, you know, and that was fair use, by the way. That's a female Edomite here in Chicago by the name of Kylie Brewer. You know, we might run into it. You know, me and this brother known for dealing with the white woman. All right,
recently,
all the time, over the years, ain't it? I mean, this just what we do. You know,
consecutively.
Fuck Dr. Umar. I'm over 10 years in the paint, man, consecutively. You know what I'm saying? You know, and this is the shame of the so-called white man.
That's right.
All right, Esau Edom is falling. All right, Esau Edom is falling. This devil has been revealed. All right, nobody wants to see him. Nobody wants to be him. All right, and this should let you brothers know that this is prophecy and that is divine intervention. All right, once upon a time we were murdered for looking at a white woman. All right, we was murdered we couldn't look a white man in the eyes. All right, that dude, I forget his name. I think it's Solomon Burke. I could be wrong. But the nigga from Minister Society, the one who was like, you know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up. Every Jake know him. All right. He even did an interview recently, you know, a couple years back, how he had to put his head to the ground, you know, growing up in the South, put his face in the mud, him, his family, his mama, you know. When the white man walked past down south, he said he had a hatred for the white man. But see, the white man's time is up. So for us to go to that estate, you know, you had signs on the doors just in the 60s saying no niggas, no dogs, no Mexicans, no Puerto Ricans, you know, which proves that the Israelites as well. And they also got this man woman. All right, we couldn't stand on these street corners like you see the apostles, the elders, the brothers do. We couldn't stand out here and preach this word like that, man. We'd have been on the back of pickup trucks and on the bottom of a noose from a rope, man. They used to cut us up, burn us alive, man. Cut our feet off, cut our rods off. You see that movie with John Amos, Kunta Kinte? You know, he said, "Where you want it, nigga? Here." And who got his foot cut off? He said, "You wanted your dick or your foot?" The black woman. All right, and the black woman is through. I just want to add that liver shot in there too. The black woman done. All right. There's a few sisters out there that may be listening. Hey, look, if you halfway in line, stay in line. You know, but nevertheless, the so-called white man is done. Thus said the Lord, thus said the Bible. And this should lift you brother's spirit up, man, just to see this man spiraling down. This is only divine intervention of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Go ahead and get the scriptures, brother.
This 2 Esdras 6 and verse 7, it says, "Then answered I and said, What shall be the part and asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth."
See, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You notice she said that the white man understands that he's being extinct. She says that. You know, and she went to conservative white males, how they was cucks. You know, hey, the Lord turning their tables on. He used to bug break us. What you got,
Emergency
brother?
real quick. This is
Man,
Ezekiel.
you get the spirit. Go
This
ahead.
is Ezekiel 21 and 26.
Hold on, let me get it with you, brother. Hold on. Ezekiel what? What you got?
21 and 26. Ezekiel 21 and 26. Thus saith Yahweh power, remove the diadem and take off the crown. This shall not be the same. Exalt him that is low and abase him that is high. And that's what the Heavenly Father is doing right now. He's taking a crown off the so-called white man's head and put it on the rightfully deserved sons of Israel, man. You see?
Eddie Murphy trading places.
As the scripture says, I've seen servants upon horses and princes walking upon the earth. And for the longest, this man has been on that horse. But now we seen the Lord knock him off, you know, and getting ready to raise his sons up and put us on that horse, man. So it's a beautiful dynamic that we see the Lord changed in the earth. It says, I will overturn it, and it shall be no more until he come whose right it is, and I will give it him. And they ultimately, Yahweh Shai. You see?
That's right.
But this, that was in that second address. We got that Job 27.
Start at 1.
This Job 27 and verse 1.
No, hold on.
Job 30.
Yeah, we
Job 30.
gonna read Job 30 and 1. Salakia.
This Job 30 and verse 1, it says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would not have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Because the white man freaks everything, man. All right? I seen him freak a fish. I didn't watch it. You know, he got the turtles herpes. You know, this man is vile, man. Nobody wants to be him. Nobody wants to be around him. But he paraded that fucking image. And speaking of knocking him off his horse, hey, we know the Superman is a so-called black man. The white man, he put himself on the fucking horse. Christopher Reeves. I think he's the first Edomite to play Superman. I could be wrong, but he got up there. The Lord knocked his ass off the horse. He paralyzed his ass from the waist down for that blasphemy, bro. That wickedness, man. The so-called white man ain't no fucking Superman. But the white man, he likes to have sex with animals, man. He said, I will not disdain to this devil. We talking about the devil here, man. Go ahead.
It says, yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished? For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time desolate and waste. Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief.
Yeah.
To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks.
See? So, because that's the nature of the so-called white man. All right? The story of the caveman, that's the story of the white man. All right? He was in the Caucasus Mountains, you know, drinking liquor from his grandmama's skull. All right? Being a fucking animal. All right? And that's how you know it was divine intervention that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai set up this devil over us. All right? He set up this devil over us, you know, to rule us. And now that time is being over with. And these signs are evident, man. These signs are evident, man. Everybody can see this, man. A fool can see this, man.
Shit, the white man can see it.
The white man can
That's
see
why
it.
he's saying, white man, fight back.
Oh
You know?
yeah. Talk about it. Don't be ashamed to be a white man. Remember who you are, white boy.
Get your power back.
You know, it's not guilt. See, they got what they call white guilt. You know, but the scriptures say that the children shall complain of an ungodly father.
Yep.
You know, and that's why, going back to what she said, she went to interracial. And this brother, testify. Testify.
Oh, yeah.
Nigga. Because we laying with them white women. We gonna let you know, man. The men, you know, it ain't, look, we not ISUPK. Sleeping with the white woman ain't the MOTB.
No.
Look, I always sleep with me, a young white woman. Shit, a couple older ones too. I like popping a white woman. Go ahead.
Nice and young.
So what happened the other day? What did she say?
Yeah. Friday, 2 days ago.
Nigga.
But no, I was dealing with this, you know, this white woman.
She was
you
a
know,
sweet
22.
white woman too.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, treat me right too.
See, and then that's another thing. All that fat, punk ass Dr. Umar shit. I've been knocking that out the window since 2013, man. And what the fuck we in, 26?
Yep.
Talk about the black man could just get the, the fucking fat white woman.
The
That ain't true,
undesirable
man.
wife.
That's folly, man. Every woman on the planet, including that wicked ass nigga woman, wants to be with a Jake Mill. But ain't that all that? Look, we talking about this because we can talk about this, man. Hey, the scriptures say when Yahweh Shah spoke, he spoke as one that had authority. We talk about what the fuck we want to, man. And we breaking down these scriptures, man. So go ahead.
Yep. So, you know,
What that nigga say on South Central, nigga, I'm going to preach and you going to listen.
Yeah, you know, so we, you know, was doing our thing or whatnot, you know, but we was talking afterward, and she said like she want interracial children. She was like, I want my babies to be mixed.
Why would she tell that to anybody else but the prophet? Go ahead.
She said, yeah, I want my babies to be mixed. You know, she don't want to be with no white man.
See?
You know?
Because these women, these young white women who grew up on the internet, who didn't grow up in 1965, all right, who see all these splendiferous ass black niggas and Mexican jakes and all type of jakes, they don't want the world to look at their children, especially their sons, like they look at their molesting ass father, like they look at they wicked ass father, like they look at they wild ass father, they slave master ass father. They call it. The Elder Malcolm always bring it out. They call it white the colonizer.
Yep.
See, they rather deal with it. And I didn't look, man. Look, man.
Hey,
I done heard it many times. I just want the mixed baby. Not that I'm down to get any one of these. And I had a white woman pregnant. I had a Ukrainian woman pregnant, you know, a couple years ago. But she had a miscarriage and shit. But, you know, I was popping the shit out that bitch. But she said she wanted the mixed baby.
it's a spirit. I was on a job earlier, and I was at this just a regular little food spot, you know, and there was a Jake with a white woman.
Read on.
Just a normal Jake. Yeah, the dreadlocks and everything. He had a white woman and a what the world will call an interracial baby, right there. Which we know the baby is what the father is, of course. But hey,
we chasing him out but see, look, real quick. You see what she said in that video? He's being extinct.
Yep.
Because when we lay with the white woman, we're conquering. When you jigaboos and you bed wenches get with the white man, you're being conquered. You killing the bloodline, not us. Go ahead. No, say what you were saying.
Oh no, there was just a Jake. You know, he had it. He was happy too. He had a white.
I know
woman,
he was happy. I'd be happy
son.
as hell with the white woman.
Yep, he had his son. You know, so and that's the way of the earth. You know, that's what all these women want. You know, whether they say it or whether they don't say it. You know, they want Jake.
This Job 27 and verse 14. It says, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. So this man is done. It says, those that remain of him shall be buried in death.
You hit 13?
Yeah.
At Job 13.
Oh, no, Salaki, I didn't hit it. Salaki, the water. It says, this is Job 27, and I'm going to start at 13. It says, this is the portion of the wicked man with Yahweh. And that wicked is talking about the so-called white man, Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. If not, where and who is he? He covered the face of the judge thereof. If not, where and who is he? It says, and the heritage of the oppressors which they shall receive of the Almighty. So this is that divine intervention. You know, the other side of it, like the Elder Malcolm would say, you know, of manifest destiny. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and if his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. See, they ain't crying about the white man. You see her, and she Amalek. You see her, she going all out. What the little jigaboo say? That bitch just giving it up. You know, shaming these Edomites. They shamed us, man. Hey, they took our women and cut their breasts off, made them in tobacco pouches, made them bed wenches, put a bag over your head, made you a motherfucker, made you breed, hump your mama, hump your sister. Watch Goodbye Uncle Tom. Look how they freaked us out. That's why, even though it's wicked as all hell, right? You got these porno niggas. Look at Adam Love. Adam 22. I'm mixing the two niggas the bitch fucking. Getting shamed. You got Jake shaming these Edomites. Like she said, most of the white males are cucks, man. They don't want to be with this soft-ass nigga. They know niggas ain't going for that shit. You know?
Man.
They get with these punks for stability. Then shit, when I was dealing, I was with a few white women. I just was in their crib. Every time I go, they give me everything I want, man. All you gotta do is just pop up and be a nigga with a smile. You know? And a white man know that. Esau, them Edomites know all you gotta do is be a nigga, man. And that's why they hate to see. They don't like to see you at the job, man. Their granddaddy could have just bagged you up and put you in the back of a pickup truck. They don't like you smiling next to their woman. But fuck these crackers, man. We gonna get out here. We gonna preach this word. Your ass going into slavery, and it ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it, man. All these things are gonna turn on you. All right, Job 27:15. Get Lamentations 4:21. It says, and those that remain of him shall be buried in death. His widow shall not weep. Though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare to remain as the clay, he may prepare it, but shall not put it on. And the innocent shall divide the silver. We gonna spoil everything. He that buildeth the house is as a moth and as a booth that the keeper make it. The rich man shall lay down, but he shall not be gathered. He openeth his eyes, and he is not. Terror shall take hold of him as waters, and as a tempest stilleth him away in the night. The east wind carried him away, and he departed, as the storm hurled out of his place. This man is done, man. For Yahweh shall cast upon him and not spare. He would fain to flee out of his hand. Men shall clap their hands at him, and they shall hiss him out of his place. And that's happening right now. 8 a week saying they strong. Isaiah 47, this man made shame. Isaiah, what's that, 13? All right. They shall nearly, or 14.
14.
Yeah, they narrowly looking upon him already.
Mm-hmm.
You know? They narrowly looking upon him already. You got that Lamentations?
Yep. It's Lamentations 4:21.
Weak ass nigga.
God knows. It's Lamentations
Weak as hell,
4 and
man.
21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
You going into slavery, man. You being shamed first, and then you going into slavery. And we still going. We got your women on this side. I make sure of it. Punk ass nigga. Go ahead.
The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
See? So he discovered our sins. Look at the Epstein list. Bohemian Grove, the Illuminati. Everybody know about these things, man. Everybody knows about this. Could you get Sirach 10 and verse 8?
Okay.
And then jump down to 30?
This Sirach 10 and verse 8, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
See that? So the kingdom being translated, we started with Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. The age of the Edomite is over with. Go ahead.
This Sirach 10 and verse 30, the poor man is honored for his skill. The rich man is honored for his riches. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? And he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty?
They don't like him right now, and he got the whole goddamn world. They love Jake, and we ain't got shit. Just imagine how we gonna be in the kingdom, man. The kingdom of heaven, which will be set up on this earth. All right? And the so-called white man, yeah, he is gonna be in the kingdom, IUIC, in the motherfucking chain. Just like we in chains in his kingdom. This is Revelations 13 and 9. He that leadeth to the captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the fate of the saints. This is the end of the so-called white man who is Esau Edom. You got something else, brother? Why you getting that?
Nah.
All right, I got you. Read.
This Isaiah 14 and verse
19.
19, it says, "But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned.
Never.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities."
So exactly. So all that shit the conquistadors did, George Washington, you know, General Sherman, all these great, you know, so-called great Alexander the Great, all these wicked-ass Edomites, they put all this buck-breaking William Lynch, you know, and his cronies. Segregation, yeah, Jim Crow. Redlining, that's right, blackballing us. They all they paying for that right now, man. They losing grip on the society, and you have to be a spiritual man to see that. We not just some angry Negroes talking. You got to be a spiritual man to see what's going on in the earth, man. Your great-great-granddaddy couldn't imagine you would be sitting in a restaurant with his woman on your lap and her daddy paying the bill. Black as fuck. All you see is my teeth and muscles busting out this suit, nigga. Come over here and get your ass whooped. Crack the whip if thou dare. And I done sit Edomites home without their teeth, man. A lot of you pro-black niggas can't say that. I'm not provoking violence, but hey, look, nigga, we live what we say. We really the Lord's men, man. You know, and like I said, I'm not provoking violence, but I don't let crackers play with me, man. Because I know what they want to do with me. You can't look at me and see a nigga. And that's why you brothers gotta talk a certain way, man. You gotta look a certain way. Brothers be walking with your head down and shit. I don't look. You better look this devil right in the fucking face, man. Take care of your health. Take care of your mind. We walking around here looking like, dressing like a nigga. You know? For real, man. Motherfucking Edomite and these other little heathens too, these gooks, you fucking Arabs, you gonna look at Jeremiah and see your shit didn't work. They had us in derision, man. For real, man. They gotta see the Israelite in you, man. He Prince Power. He Prince God. I'm entitled to all y'all shit, man. We the kings of the earth, man.
That's right.
Yahweh Shai over us. I don't eat pork, nigga. I ain't just worship Easter with you bitch-ass niggas. Yeah, I do want that white woman. And you ain't gonna be able to do a goddamn thing about it. Pussy. Read 22.
Isaiah 14:22, it says, "For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh. I will also make it a possession for the bitterns and the pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith Yahweh of hosts."
And which proves the bloodline goes through the man. Once again, prepare slaughter for his children. He said, I will raise up against them the Lord of hosts and cut off from Babylon the name. All right, that's the bloodline and the raiment and the son and the nephew. Esau's through, man. So with that being said, call Alalium, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us the truth and to the hopeful elect. I came out there enduring shalom.